What's up guys, welcome back. I have missed you. It has been quite some time since I filmed a YouTube video. And today's video is all about my first wedding makeup trial. So I've done a few of these over on TikTok, so if you follow me over there, then you probably know what's going on. But if not, my wedding is in 2 weeks and I am doing my own wedding makeup. So of course we had to film some trials, like it only made sense. So we're gonna start out with a little skincare prep. I've already cleansed my face, but I am planning on using some of the Charlotte Tilbury products on my wedding day. So the Magic Serum and the Magic Cream. I just feel like it's really well known in the makeup community and with makeup artists that these products are just great for your wedding makeup. So here we are. I need my base to be glowy and hydrated, but not oily, because my wedding is going to be in Tuscany, Italy, outside in August, and it's going to be like upwards of 90 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 40 plus degrees Celsius. So it's gonna be a sweaty one. I haven't used Charlotte Tilbury's skincare in so long. I really like it, but as I'm sure most people know, it is expensive. So I thought I would just treat myself and splurge a little bit, because after all, this is my wedding makeup and it has to look flawless. Another recent splurge for me was the Hourglass brushes. I bought like 6 of them. Again, I was like, you know what? I need my makeup to be absolutely perfect on my wedding day. Everybody raves about these brushes, so let's give them a go. And so far so good. I mean, this is only like my 3rd time using them, but no complaints so far. I'm not really gonna carve out my brows, at least not until they're like properly done. This is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Priming Potion, and I just like to blend this out with my finger. This is really what's going to like set my eyeshadow all day long and just make sure that it doesn't fade or budge. Again, it's gonna be hot and sweaty, and I'm probably going to have sweaty eyelids. So glamorous, I know. For eyeshadow, I did treat myself to a new eyeshadow palette. I actually hadn't bought an eyeshadow palette in, believe it or not, like close to 5 years. So this was a little splurge, but it was worth the coin. This is a Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2 palette. And you can see all these really pretty like rosy, corally shades. That's the look I'm going for. It's gonna be like a really nice, fresh, rosy coral look. I'm not really sure if we're gonna lean more rosy or more coral yet. We're gonna kind of like figure that out as we go. I'm actually gonna start with just a really light shadow base. So I'm taking just this really white shade from my Lorac Unzipped palette. This is like an older palette, and I'm just taking that on an Hourglass blending brush, because I want to try to avoid doing like a cut crease if possible. I prefer to just like have a really light shadow base and then kind of go over that later. And I'm going to be following that up with this really pretty peachy shade from the Patrick Ta palette. And oh, my skin is looking glassy, girl. Okay, Charlotte was onto something. By the way, what do you guys think of my little new background? Fun fact, these are actually acoustic tiles, because my office in the new house that we're living in is very echoey. So I wanted to put something pretty instead of like the ugly white honeycomb ones, which I have on most of the other walls. I'm gonna be mixing and matching eyeshadow palettes, because you guys just know, if you've been here any amount of time, I love my little Tartelette in Bloom palette. These colors are just to die for. So I'm gonna be going into this palette as well and just kind of playing around with the eye look. I am going to dip into this sort of like beigey pink shade, because that's just like my favorite shade ever, and I feel like my makeup always looks good when I use this shade, so why not use it on the most important day of my life? I'm gonna pop into the next darkest shade here in the Patrick Ta palette. His shadows are definitely pretty pigmented, so it's easy to overdo it. So I like to just start light and then work my way up. This is pretty, but it's looking a little too like peachy, so I'm gonna go in here and just pick up this shade here just to kind of like neutralize it a bit. Now on a little bit more of like a precise I don't even know what these are called, honestly. This is the Hourglass number 12 brush. I'm going in from my Tarte palette with this reddish brown, and I like this brush because it really picks up a lot of product, and I'm kind of just like winging that out. And again, it doesn't have to be like super perfect. I'm gonna go clean this up with concealer after, which is part of the reason why I decided to do my eyeshadow first, because we could get a little messy and it wouldn't be the end of the world. You feel me? Right now I'm just taking a light neutral shade, basically the same as my skin tone, and lightly buffing all of these shades together because I want it to look very seamless and not patchy. So I think I am gonna just do a tiny bit of a cut crease situation because I wanna just clean this up a little bit. I feel like that didn't really work very well because the concealer didn't like going over the powder, but this is why we do trials. For the Patrick Ta palette, this dark brown shade here, I am going to just give myself a little wing. I'm really just stamping that along the lash line. I'm gonna add this little Urban Decay sparkle to the top of like the first third of my eyes. This is just the Urban Decay Space Cowboy. Now it's time to move on to the lower lash line. I'm just gonna use that same sort of reddish brown that I used from my Tarte Lit in Bloom palette and just pack that along the lower lash line. I don't think I'm gonna do a liner just because I feel like it's a little too heavy, but I did take everybody's advice on TikTok and I am gonna do lashes. I initially was just going to do a mascara, but everybody was like, no, you need to do lashes, like your eyes will pop more. So I heard you, we're doing it. They are individuals and they actually, what I like about them is they don't go on top of the lash, they go under. So they look very natural. I don't like the lash band. So I've been practicing putting lashes on like that. I'm very bad at lashes, by the way. So that's been fun. But yeah, we'll just see how that goes. I'm not really doing like a super inner corner. It's kind of just like defining it, but nothing like real, like kind of like cat eye, just to kind of elongate my eye a little bit because I feel like when I do lashes it does shrink my eye a bit. All right, moving into mascara. I will be using a waterproof mascara on the day, but because this is just a trial and it's very hard to remove waterproof mascara, I'm just gonna go in with regular, and I'm just going to curl my lashes with the Tweezerman lash curler. Somebody recommended this. I don't know who it was. It might have been Alex Earl on TikTok. And then I'm going in with this new Maybelline Firework mascara. I really like the way this makes my lashes look, but I can't lie, it does transfer like smudges on my upper brow bone. So for that reason alone, I wouldn't obviously use this as a wedding mascara, plus it's not waterproof. So these are the lashes that I'm going to be using on my wedding day. Aren't they so pretty? Now these can last up to 10 days if you like take care of them and you put them on correctly. And they come in a set, this one comes in a set of 3. These are the Pro Lash Classic Luxe Wispy number 15. And I love these because they go underneath, like I mentioned before. Now I got the whole kit with the glue, the bond, the life extender thing, whatever it is, and it cost me 80 bucks, so not cheap. Moving on into the base, I'm going in with the Smashbox Original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. I just got the little like tiny travel sized one. And this is just going all around my T-zone. Once that's had time to set for a minute, I'm going in with this Primark Prep and Perfect Ultra Grip Primer. This is a dupe for the Milk Makeup one. This is €6 instead of spending like 40 bucks. And this is incredible. It will really just make your makeup last all day, which is exactly what I need. I can't have my makeup slipping and sliding around because, like I said, I have an outdoor wedding in the middle of summer in Italy. I know, I'm crazy. Yeah, so we really need this makeup to stay in place. I'm so excited to use my Hourglass brushes. I'm using the foundation brush today, and I have my all-time favorite foundation, and this is obviously my wedding foundation, and it is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. Now, this is slightly too dark for me right now. I am tanning to get dark, but I will just mix in a bit of a lighter shade. It's probably still a bit dark, but that's okay because I will lighten it up with concealer later. And like I said, this is going to be a little dark on me. This also dries down really, really quickly, so you don't have a lot of time to work with it. So me sitting around yapping really didn't help. So that's all blended out. I think in hindsight, what I'm gonna do is I am just going to put the foundation on the back of my hand, which I did. And then I am just going to use my brush to apply it to my face instead of swiping it onto the face first. Especially if I'm mixing shades, I'm hoping not to have to mix, because by that point I'm hoping I'll be tan enough but that won't be a problem. For concealer, I'm going in with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer in the shade 3.75, and this is almost like a sort of like pinkier shade. Not super pink, but leans a little pinkier, which I think will be good because the setting powder that I'm using has a bit of a peachy pink undertone. And just going in with my concealer brush and buffing that all right out. And then just to brighten even more in the center of the face, I'm just taking the Laura Mercier, because it's in a bit of a lighter shade, taking my beauty sponge and just tapping that in. I actually have been using this MAC blush as a cream contour because I feel like the shade is just perfect. This is in the shade True Harmony. So I just take a brush like this, and it's not like super pigmented to where it gives me like any sort of insane carving, because it's not really what I'm looking for. I tend to look like kind of old and sick if I do a little bit too much of the contour, so I like to keep it pretty like natural. Then just on a larger, more angled brush, I pick up the rest of that and I just start patting that in to anywhere that I would contour. And you can see, because like I'm pretty tan now, this shade might even be a little bit too light, but it kind of just adds a bit of extra definition without being obvious. Now I have a couple blushes I'm really excited about. So the one that I was originally, or the combo I was originally planning on doing, was this Be Perfect Peach Blush with this Dior Backstage like corally blush. However, then Patrick Ta came out with the blush called She's the Moment, and if that is not to die for. So I might just dip into this and see how I'm feeling. I'm just going to take my blush brush from Hourglass and dip into that product. Oh, wow, that is pretty. Okay, before we go too wild with it, I'm just gonna set all the cream products now with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter Spray. For bronzer, I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass Ambient Light, and this is in the shade Luminous Bronze Light. And I'm just picking that up on a big fluffy brush. Honestly, I might have to get a darker bronzing shade if I plan to use the Hourglass, because I have, like I said, been tanning. Now for powder blush, I am gonna dip into the powder of this Patrick Ta. That is just so pretty. I'm kind of wishing that I stuck to the more corally eye and I didn't like brown it up as much as I did, because initially that was my plan, and then I kind of just got scared and I neutralized it, and I'm wishing I didn't do that. But hey, that's what trials are for. Okay, we are looking very luminous, so we definitely need to set the face down. I'm gonna set the perimeter of my face with the Huda Beauty in Pound Cake. I know a lot of people think it's strange that I use two separate setting powders. I've gotten a few questions on that on like my TikTok. But I like to use this one to carve out my cheeks. And then I also like to set my chin and the middle of my face And then I'm gonna go in with brows after because I'm just realizing I forgot to do brows. I love this powder. I feel like it's a little more heavy duty than the Givenchy one, which is the one that I use for under my eyes, which I'm gonna be going in with next. This is the Prism Libre in the shade Viola Rose. I'm just gonna dust away the extra powder. And my battery is about to die, but I'm going in with two Charlotte Tilbury products here. This is the lip liner in Pillow Talk Medium 2 and the lipstick here in Glowing Gen. Sorry, my battery died, but I basically just did my eyebrows and my lipstick, and this is the final result. Not gonna lie, I don't like it. So I'm glad that we did this, and I know that this is definitely not how I want to do my makeup. I'm just not loving the eye look personally, and I definitely next time need to get some fake lashes just to complete the look. I feel like the mascara just isn't cutting it. So let this be a lesson to all the ladies out there who plan to do their own makeup for their wedding. Do lots of trials. Trust me, you will not regret it. Don't forget to follow along for more wedding content, more makeup trials, and more exciting things to come in the future. Thank you so much for watching.